a little fun with, actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and add, let's go ahead and get this My Projects page set up, and then we're going to have a little fun with Flex. All right? So we're in this test.github.io, and what I want to do, just to make it easy on myself, is I'm just going to go ahead and copy everything from index, and I'm going to create a new file here in test.github.io, paste it in here, and I'm going to, what did I just do? I need to title it. I'm going to title it projects.html. Okay? And then I can just go ahead and delete everything below header. So all we should have in this is the header, right? So we should have nothing else, which we don't. So one thing we'll do real quick is we'll go from our index file, and so far we've been doing A tags with hrefs to like absolute websites, so like use fedora.com. We did one anchor tag yesterday with a return to top. Remember that with the ID? So now what we're going to do is we're going to link within our document file structure. So all we're going to do is we're here in index, right? And all we want to do is link to this projects.html file, right? So they're both under test.github.io. So all we need to do is just say, when clicked on, go to the projects.html file, because they're in the same folder. I guess I should put it under the correct link. Save that. Reload this page. Now when you click My Projects, it goes right there, right? So one thing we want to do in My Projects, just to make it nice and consistent, is to return home, we'll just do an href. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of here so I don't keep getting confused like that. So for My Projects, do an href index.html whenever they click on ryanbonhardt.com. Boom. Now you can go back and forth between the two. All right, so what I want to do, what I want to do by the end of the week is have you guys set up with a nice your own site, like we talked about, and then I want to have this My Projects section. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to style a little gallery kind of like this, okay? And we're just going to do that real quick, and then we're going to go on to Flex and do some examples with that. So what we want to do here, we'll have main, and we'll have that div container. All right? And then let's look at how we want to do this. So anybody have any ideas on how we should style something like this? And for now, we'll just leave out these tags. Right? So what do we have here? We have what do we have? What is this? We have an image, right? We have some type of header, maybe an H4 or something like that, right? And then we have what? Paragraph? All right, so we want to wrap all these, right, together so we can style it together, right? And what do we want to wrap it in? We can do a section, or we could do a div, or an article. And since we haven't done article yet, let's just go ahead and do that just so you can see. I mean, it works the same way. So we got article, and then within it we have an image, right? And we have we'll say an H4, and we have a, thank you. This is image shorthand, remember. We have an image, we have an H4, and we have a paragraph tag. So I'm going to push tab. There's no quick and easy way to get this image other than let's just we'll go ahead and screenshot this. Yeah. Little known fact, I created Google. So I'll go ahead and get that set up. All right, we got Google, our baby that we're so proud of.
Does everybody know how to do screenshots? Anybody not know how to do a screenshot? Raise your hand.
We got. Are you working on a PC or a?
Nobody raised their hand. Keep going.
She did.
Oh, you did. Oh, there you go. I thought you were pointing at me.
PC. Does anybody know how to do it on PC?
So to do a screenshot, you can do screenshots on laptop, on computers or phones. You just Google screenshot Nexus 5 or screenshot Windows or screenshot Mac. They'll show you how to do it. But on Windows, you go to the start. You look for something called the snipping tool. So you just go to the start place and enter like where you search for like something, and you type in snipping tool, and that brings up brings the thing you do a screenshot.
Yep.
What's up? So you guys.
I have something to add. Also, if you, I think it's if you highlight a window and you press print screen and then copy and paste it to a paint window, it'll also copy.
Or you can download
If you're on a double screen, two screen,
you can download Lightshot, so you
alt
can print
screen
screen
will
and snip whatever you
only,
need to.
if you do alt.
Okay.
Instead of having to go to paint.
Yeah,
How did I do that?
I know a couple things.
You said what did you call it? What did you call it?
Lightshot.
Light shot like that?
Lightshot. Once you hit print screen, you can crop whatever you need to and save it or upload it directly.
Oh, okay. So he says if you download Lightshot, once you hit print screen, you can crop it exactly how you want to save it, and then it'll save it directly to your computer.
Upload it, it'll automatically upload it or whatever. It'll give you the
Okay.
link to save sign.
All right, cool. Cool. Appreciate that, guys. So we have that. And while we were talking, I moved that image into our images folder. So we have the Google image. And one thing, actually, I'll talk about that in a second. So we're going to go into the images folder, google.png. We'll clone image. I created Google. All right. So we have that.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what does it look exactly? The image is the size of the page. That's why I was like freaking out there. Like, what did we just do? All right, so we want to take this article here. We have, first off, one thing we want to do, and we'll keep this we'll keep this same style page here, and we'll make it for the Google page. And I forgot, I did this for that top section the other day. Remember, actually I didn't do it. So what we can go ahead and do is, remember we talked about this since we have this home page, we have the header as a position of fixed. We can either do, we can just do body, margin, top, 50 pixels to push it all down. So that way it starts right here. You can see that margin right there that covers the header. So we can just go ahead and do that in all of our stuff. So margin, top, 50 pixels. Because remember, when you do that fixed positioning, it comes up off the page, so everything slides up, right? It's outside of the document flow. So in order to offset for that, we push everything down 50 pixels.
Wow, I just totally had a little light bulb. Thanks.
What?
I mean, I've heard that 1,000 times, but it just went and oh, right. It's just kind of fun.
Well, I'm glad I could help you with that. And it looks so weird because we have the image hues here. So let's go ahead and style this, in real time. So let's give this margin, this article here at the top, just a little bit of padding. Push everything down. And then we'll give it a width of 33%. And notice this image is still going outside of our article, right? So what we want to do, what I like to do is just give the image a width, max width. Sorry, I'm thinking of two other things that I need to change at the same time. A max width of 100%. So that way it stays within the article here. And to show you all that, I'll just give it a border. And we'll do. All right. One thing, this is what I was thinking of while I was off in another land. I shouldn't have done padding top on this article. I want to do it on the whole main section. So padding top, 30 pixels. This article still kept the padding top. And we can say on the image as well, we can say border radius 5 pixels, so it does just like, so it conforms to the top up here. See, if we didn't do that, if we took it out, see how it kind of is nice and it's straight here. See how it kind of overlaps that border radius? And also you can do border radius for a specific corner. So you see this? So we want to do border top left and border top right border radiuses here. I just copied it real quick. So basically, what this is saying is that only the top left and the top right have border radiuses. So down here, it's still got that, no border radius, so it still has that rectangular shape. Does that make sense to everyone? All right, cool. And I'm going through this a little faster just because we've gone over this before, so I want to get this set up so as we create more sites, today and the next 2 days, you can start adding them into your projects. Because at the end of this 10 weeks, you're going to have a bunch of different projects you built, so I want you to have a nice, portfolio gallery so you can show off everything you've built, right? And what was that earlier? F9, F9. That's not clear enough. F. All right, so we'll give it a nice look like that. So we're going to bring all this over to our style sheet. So we have the article has a width of 33%, border radius. I'm just going to go ahead and give this an ID of projects because it's the projects page. Projects page. So we'll go projects page. We'll say we gave that main a padding top of 30 pixels. And we have the article. We'll just say articles. Any articles on the project's main section. It's going to have this CSS styling. Boom. All right. And then someone give me, I want to take the images within these articles and give them that max width of 100%. So someone give me the CSS selector for that. So first we want it to be inside projects. So what do we do first off? All right, hashtag projects. And then it's within the articles within the projects. So then we do article. And then what? Then image. Beautiful. So that's going to highlight all images that are within an article that are within, the project or the section with the ID of projects, right? And since it seems like y'all are getting the hang of this, I'm going to add one more complexity, I guess, to it, just in case you ever come across this when you're building sites. To be even more specific, you can add these child selectors right here. See how it does that? And you've seen these child selectors when we do the shortcuts in Emmet, right? Like earlier we did UL, child selector LI. So it's saying create a UL with a child of LI, right? So this is saying any image that is an immediate child of the article, and that article is an immediate child of the element with the ID of projects, then give it this styling. So I'll show you in a second what's the difference here. So we said max width, 100%. Save that. I think that's everything we did. Oh, no, we did the border radius. Okay, so that was a good example right there, right? It broke. It broke when I did this. See, when I do this, it doesn't give it that styling, right? The reason why is because it's saying, look for the image that's an immediate child element of an article. That's an immediate child element of projects. It's not an immediate child element of projects. It's an immediate child element of container. Does that make sense? So if you want to be more specific, so in other words, we'll take this out because that's the correct way to style it. No, I should just buy it. All right, so we're good here, right? Everything's set up. However, just to show you, to emphasize this to you one more time, if I made that image so that it has to be an immediate child of the article, and say I wrapped that image in an anchor tag, see, now it's broken again.